Hey everyone, it is Mel the Scientist, and we are back again with another Chainsaw Man recap and discussion. And sorry I was starting a little bit late. My slideshow is refusing to upload for some reason. I wasn't really trying to start until it finished processing. I don't know why it's not working because I do it from I usually download it through Google Slides on my StreamYard, but it's really not trying to work. So I literally downloaded it, and there shouldn't be a problem uploading a downloaded file. So I really don't understand why it's not trying to work. 'Cause I would hate to have to do it through my phone because that would be terrible. Let me go on ahead and just download it just in case. The sad part is you just learn not to stress out about it because things always happen in your most important moments. And that's been such a constant with me. Edit. Oh, it wants to work now. Awesome. Okay. Well, before we get started, let's go on ahead and get some merch commercials out the way, starting with the MTS bracelet and ending with the MTS bracelet. I don't have any other commercial. Introducing my first ever merch item, the official MTS bracelet. It's designed and handmade by yours truly and is composed of MTS letter charms, black lava stones, and sodalite. Sodalite is a semi-precious stone that promotes alignment of the head and the heart, allowing you to think logically and solve problems with more ease. I also apply a jewelry shield that protects those with sensitive skin from metallic irritation, so you can wear your MTS bracelet with pride. There are two variations, one with rhinestone accents and one incorporating hematite, which is an iron oxide material with its own healing properties. You'll also receive a personally handwritten note by me thanking you for supporting my business. You can find the MTS bracelet on my small jewelry business site, mellowsjewelrybox.com. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, how are you all today? If you are here, let me know. And this episode was very satisfying. Also, I called it. We'll talk about it, but I definitely called it. I said it. I knew it from like episode 3? Probably episode 2, 3, because I noticed they kept looking at her. They kept emphasizing her eyeballs, and I was like, this is important. This will be important for the future. And yeah, I put two and two together like real early. I was like, yeah, she is not human at all. But they did mention that she has devil contracts, but I'm just like, I don't think she needs devil contracts because she's not human. But maybe she's non-human, but also didn't have also formed devil contracts. Because obviously her, if that is a devil contract or even just a power, it's amazing. I stand it. It's great. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the recap and discussion. Chainsaw Man episode 9. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this episode. Also, something pissed me off too, and we'll get to it close to the end. Something that really pissed me off. And it was something that I probably expected would happen, but I was like, do not let this happen, because if that happens, then that means that the outcome could have been totally different. But we'll talk about it. So we started with what happened the previous episode with Himeno using the ghost devil, and just seeing like a replay of like a different kind of POV of the ghost devil trying to this dude's name is Samurai Sword, not Katana Man, but it said Katana Man when I was pulling up pictures on Google Images, and it said Katana Man, so I thought it was Katana Man. But then on the description on Hulu, it was talking about how his name was Samurai Sword, and I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind. So yeah, that's his name, Samurai Sword, and yeah, Himeno's using the ghost devil on Samurai Sword, but this girl uses the snake contract that she has, the snake devil contract, and Also, if they show it to you a little bit, they hint at, well, it kind of happens as soon as she does it, but when she calls the snake devil, you can see that her fingernail comes off. So with her contract involves her giving up a fingernail every time she uses it, which that takes a long time to grow back. So I don't really see her using the snake devil a lot of times. So interesting. And also just kind of rips right off once it happens. So it's better to just rip the band-aid off than it peel off, I guess. And if you were to lose any part of your skin as part of a contract, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. Fingernail skin is, it hurts. So, so yeah, Himeno has, she, uses pretty much everything she has, and she tells the ghost devil to do the same. And, they both just kind of go away together. So that was sad. And Aki saw, looked into her eyes and everything. It was pretty sad, but oh well. But the ghost devil's hand literally just moves from where it was, because apparently it can do that, and it just walks over to Denji and pulls the Chainsaw Man cord from his body and revives him. So now he's back, and he just immediately just starts talking ish as soon as he wakes up, and he's just like, "See, this is why I like bad guys, man, because I can just get rid of them. No one cares." So he's getting his hype together as usual, and so yeah, they engage in their battle once again. I have a lot of slides this episode because so much happened that I really had to just like keep. I did not want to forget anything that happened. So yep, they go at it again, and I just realized he is a lot shorter than Samurai Man. You see, I mean Samurai Sword. You see that? They're not even the same height. I mean, he is a grown man and Denji's 16. He still has a long way to go. Um, but yeah, it kind of, I thought they weren't the same height, but obviously I didn't really see them really eye to eye. So yeah, he just gets hyped as usual when he's fighting his usual self. And that's right, her name. So I captured this picture so I can remember her name. Her name is Sawatari or Sawatari. I don't know. I forget the actual pronunciation of it because she said it so fast. But that's her name. I'm sure we'll be seeing her again. I don't think she's Yakuza, but she's working with them. I don't really know what her deal is. They all are working with the Gun Devil to get Denji's heart. Why they're working for the Gun Devil makes no sense at all. And why does this devil need henchmen? I didn't even think about that. I don't get it. I really want to see what this Gun Devil looks like. I want to see if he's an actual entity, or if it's more to the story about the Gun Devil, especially given its ability to kill millions of people at the same time. So I wonder what could actually do that. So yeah, so fighting montage. They're still fighting. And then he grabs one of the henchmen, and he's like, "This is your buddy, right? Well, I'm gonna." He just starts threatening him using human life, and I was like, "I'm sure he doesn't actually care, but whatever. It'd just be a welcome distraction." And it definitely was, because it gave Samurai Sword what he needed to do that, like in an instant jump that he does to get behind a person and just do what he needed to do. So he successfully was able to slice Denji in two, and also the other dude. So yeah, he was successful in that regard. And yeah, I just thought this was just so disrespectful the way he's holding him right now. He's holding him like an actual chainsaw. There's a whole like half a body underneath. That's what I did not try to laugh at that, but it was funny how he's holding. He was like, "All right, we took care of business. Let's go." So now we go to the montage of the special divisions team, and my man from the previous episodes who was just useless. He died but we don't see where the other girl is. Um, but we'll see at the end of this episode what happened to her. And then also rip to her. We didn't really get to see her except for that episode, like episode 7 when they were all together in that bar. So I wanted to know more about her, but oh well, guess wasn't meant to. So oh well, these two died as well. Rip to them. And of course Himeno. Yeah, that was pretty sad. And then of course also we saw Makima get shot, and she also goes away to psych. I knew it. Like I called it I called it. Like, come on now. There's no way that she's in charge of everybody and she's just as easy to kill as everybody else. Come on now. And then as we see, they already suspected like her abilities. So I don't even know why they really tried to get rid of her with just a single shot like that. I was like, I bet you she's gonna get right back up. And she did. And what she did to these men, I got an image. We'll see. Yeah, she got right back up with her devil eyes. And yeah, took care of business pretty much. And so then we get introduced to these two. The girl's name is Tendo. The other dude's name, I have it in here. I'll wait till it comes back up. And they're waiting. I guess they were called in by Makima to help train the special division. And they're waiting for her and for the train to come. And they're in Kyoto right now because she was on her way to Kyoto. And they get a message saying that the special divisions were under assault. And they were like, well, what is Makima okay? Like, is everything still going according to plan? And here she goes. She pops out and she's like, hey, y'all, there was a shooting on the train. And they were like, oh my God, you okay? And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't get shot. And I was like, why does she say that? I mean, I know she's the highest up she's in charge of everyone. So I know not everything about her should be revealed. But you know what? The part that it has to be the fact that she's not human. She's not, but do they know that she's not human? Like, I mean, they know that her powers are probably like pretty extraordinary, but she hid the fact that she wasn't shot and she got shot in the head. So I was wondering why she lied about that, and it has to be because I guess nobody knows that she's not human. But it's like you could just look at her eyes and you know that her eyes are the same as Power's eyes. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, we still don't really know her deal, but she obviously came back to life, so she's not human. She may be one of those cases of neither human nor devil, but she just doesn't turn into a weapon. So I just thought it was interesting that she lied about not being being shot. So, but I guess it's probably just on a need to know basis and they don't need to know. Yeah, so she took care of all those men. She put holes in them all. And I wonder how she did that, because what she does afterwards is a completely different thing than what she does here. Like, what did she do to put these massive holes in them? She probably just punched these holes in them, to be honest. She probably has like devil strength or something. I don't know. So I think she probably punched them and caused those holes to go through them. Had to be something like that. Oh, I can't wait to see like the fullness of what she can do. So yeah, she's telling them that the enemy is after Denji, and she asks, that's Kurose. She asked him to she said borrow 30 convicts. Okay, why would she say borrow? And she knew she was killed. I just noticed she said that. She wasn't borrowing anything. She killed them. They're not coming back to jail. So she asked him to get 30 convicts with life sentences. And I figured it was like probably to sacrifice them in some sort of way. It wasn't what I thought it would be, but I was like, it's got to be for some sort of sacrifice, or just to use them so that she's not using like regular innocent human beings who, go about life. and she asks Tendo to go to the nearest temple with the highest altitude. Um, and I was wondering why the highest altitude, but I guess that's because she wants to do her work in a place where really you won't find anyone, like a one of the more unreachable locations, so that she can do her work and no one sees it. So yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, there's a shot of the convicts, and I don't feel bad, but like they didn't get their last meal. This was their last meal, but they're expecting to have like a last meal. Well, I mean, they're not death row convicts, I guess, but that's who you would send out if you were going to sacrifice them in some sort of way. It would be death row convicts. Um, and I'm sure Japan has some. So I wonder why she didn't say death row convicts. There probably aren't enough. But yeah, they eat their last meal, and yeah, pretty sad. So this group is, well, meanwhile, Samurai Sword and uh Sawatari are they have their goons with them from the Yakuza, and they're helping uh they're trying to get Denji into the car so that they can deliver him to the pet devil, the gun devil. And this dude starts feeling really weird, and they're like, what is going on? Are you okay? Like, hurry up and help us. And then all of a sudden just gets exploded. And yeah, this is when it gets really good. So yeah, he goes, and they're like, what the heck is going on? And so after that happens, she's like, can y'all make sure that Makima is not dead? And I'm just like, wait, how would you assume that Makima was still alive if this is happening? And I wonder if they knew some of her, of what she can do, because they automatically assumed that she was alive because of this whole incident. So they so quickly assumed it was her. I'm just trying to figure out what made them think that. And so the dude she's talking to on the phone also gets exploded because Mikeman knows all their names. But I mean, it is public safety, so I'm sure they do know everyone's names. But I wonder how she so easily knows everyone. I mean, because she was just telling them to say all the names, but how does she know them? I mean, that means that they aren't in hiding like that then. I don't know. But yeah, so she's at the temple. Uh, she changed clothes, of course. She couldn't be doing the ritual with blood on her and stuff. So she's changed clothes, and she has everything prepared and ready. So it cuts to her starting her revenge process, pretty much. And yeah, she has the convicts blindfolded, um, and no one knows why. Well, yeah, of course we know why. And what do I have that next one? Yeah. So he's asking why they're blindfolded. And she's like, well, she reports to the chair, what is this, secretary chair? The one of those high up positions that she reports to. So her devil contracts are, like on a need to know, pretty much like I said. And they don't have any clearance to know about what she can do. But also, I think why they're blindfolded, I mean, not the other two that were in black, but the convicts, I think they're also blindfolded because once she tells them to say a name and they say it, they drop dead afterwards. So if she doesn't want to see that happening, she doesn't want them to just go berserk, because they'll see that the person before them just died after they said the name. So it'd be better if they just did know what was going on and they just did what she said. So it makes sense. And I think that's the most likely reason why they were blindfolded. So yeah, as soon as they say the name, then she does her devil magic and whatever that is. And she has the coolest contract ever, to be honest. I mean, it is quick. It is to the point. Like, we're not engaging in a whole fight trying to see who's going to come out on top. She's like, name. It's so efficient. I was like, her double contract power, whatever it is like so satisfying because it just gets the job done. I'm just like, everyone is gone at the end of this episode. Ugh, so satisfying. So, I mean, it's gruesome as heck, don't get me wrong, but it is the best. Come on now. And she doesn't even have to pay any consequences because as soon as they say the name, they drop dead. That's why she has them say the name. No, but she also said the name, right? She also, yeah, she tells them to say the name and then they say it and then they drop dead. So how does that work? Yeah, how is she not paying any actual, what is her price for using this contract? Okay, I'm actually confused now. Maybe I'm just confusing myself, but because when Aki uses that sword, it takes years off of his life, or supposedly we haven't really seen it happen yet. Um, but the convicts are the one paying the price. But she's saying the name too, but she's telling them to say the name, but they drop dead. Huh. They'll have to explain that a little bit more next time. So yeah, back to them. They're continuing to get Denji out of there. And the dude that's holding him unfortunately also goes away. And so yeah, everyone's just seeing this mess unfold around them, and those goons that were there with them, they just run off because they're scared that that's gonna happen to them. And I'm just like, well, I guess you already know what's happening to you, so you might as well just sit there and accept it. You can't do anything about it. And then yeah, then it's showing them, hit the ground. To be honest, they may not actually be dead, but she said to borrow 30 convicts with uh yeah, yeah, no, they're dead. They're dead because there's no way. Because she wouldn't. There's no point in them passing out after they say the name. I'm pretty sure they did. They died. Um, yeah, and this fool, he just takes someone hostage. I'm just like, what purpose is that serving? You're gonna die. Just like accept it. Like what is that going to do? You're still going to explode, whether this whole incident happens or not. Whether you take a hostage shooter, whatever you're still gonna die after that. Talking about some help me. Like no, you already saw this. This is a force beyond your control, so you're just gonna have to sit there and take that, buddy. That didn't make any sense. So she's done with the ritual. She's done pretty much all she could do. Um, but too bad she doesn't know everyone. The other two, their names, because she could have taken care of them. Now, did she not take care of them on purpose? Because if so, then why did she leave them alive? Then if not, why doesn't she know the little girl's name? Well, I say little, she's probably like a young woman. I wonder why she doesn't know her name or the samurai sword dude's name, because she knows literally everybody else's name. But she leaves those two alive. Maybe it's all part of a strategic plan, because we don't really know everything that's going on, or the whole process of what was planning to go down. So yeah, so she figures that this whole thing has to be like Makima, and I don't even know how they know about her. How do they know about Makima though? I mean, they did know about the whole special divisions team, but how do they know? How do they even guess that this would be her ability? Is my question. So I'm sure we'll go down a rabbit hole in the upcoming episodes on why that's the case. Okay, this is what pissed me off like severely, because like you sat there the whole time while Denji was fighting the Eternity Devil, and then before that whole situation where he had to fight for 3 days, like you literally did like how do you just sit there knowing that you can fight like this and just and tell this 16-year-old boy to sacrifice himself. Like, what? And you can fight? You could fight this whole time. And I was like, please let this not be the storyline that she just is like timid and doesn't want to fight, but she can. I would rather she just could not fight and then just learns to become stronger or something. I just got totally pissed off finding out that she had it in her all along to be able to fight. So they show this background, they show a flashback to what happened. So the reason why she's not dead is because I forget his name, was it Ari or something? He put himself in front of her, so he got shot by the the grandma lady, and he gets shot in the neck, and then he puts himself in front of her, and he dies. But before they reveal the whole rest of that scene, what's her name calls the snake devil again, and I was like, do not evade the snake. Please tell me you cannot like actually be really like nimble and thrifty and get over the snake. I was like, so you really had this ability all along. I was just so pissed. Like, my mouth was open, but like not for the right reason. I was just sitting there like, you're telling me you can do all this whole time? I was like, you really, if you didn't apologize to Denji before, like, I don't want to be Denji finding out that you can do this. You better just let me know that you couldn't do this at all, because I'm going to be pissed if I find out that you had the ability to help me this whole time and you didn't. So, she's just like running on top of the snake and jumping on it, evading it and everything. And yeah, just like evading gunshots and stuff. I'm just like, tell me this is not happening right now. Yeah, I was like, how dare she? And then she even like cuts his arm off, like half his arm off, while he's shooting it. And I'm just like, she's like, look, I cannot. I was like, girl, you had this in you the whole time. Like, I wish I could say I was excited right now, but I'm more pissed off than anything. And then she uses him as a shield. I thought it was pretty funny. And really shady too. She literally just took him, was just like, it's like, this dude is half of a man right now. So yeah, she's using him to dodge. And I was like, that's awesome. Not helping your case, sister, either. So yeah, she runs into the truck. What's her face? Shoots the car window, and yeah, they just kind of hop on out of there. Yeah, and then she goes back to her meek, fragile self, and she's like, I'm sorry I tried to kill you. And I was like, yeah, you definitely tried to kill him, especially because you had the ability to help him and you just let that situation unfold like that. I was just like, y'all already know how I feel about that. I was like, wow, that is BS. Yeah, and she knows it's BS too. She was like, wait, apologizing for attempted murder? I was like, yeah, like first degree attempted murder too. Like, not even because you were helpless, because you were not helpless. I mean, you had him fighting all by himself. Yeah, I don't know. She's nuts. And she was saying this job is making her go nuts. Like, no, girl, you are nuts. Anyway, yeah, it shows the, she, like, the lady was shooting and she is able to get behind her and, take care of her. And I'm just like, well, there you go. So yeah, she's having her freak out, her mental breakdown. And yeah, I was like, no, girl, you're already crazy beforehand. It's just weird. This girl's weird. As far as I'm concerned, she's still not bringing anything to the table. All she did was manage to save her own life. Awesome. But yeah, meanwhile, in Kyoto, they meet up with this dude. It's like, okay, so him and the other two that were with Makima, they all have scars on their face that are like around the same location, which is weird. But so yeah, and he's just reporting on the situation, talking about how like everyone who isn't a human, everyone who's a human is dead, pretty much. I mean, Aki's not dead. Not that we know of. The girl we just finished talking about ain't dead. I forget her name, and I'm not gonna remember it um until she gains my respect. So I'll probably not remember it for a while. Um so yeah, he's just reporting that, and yeah, Makima obviously knows that the gun devil's involved, especially because everyone was using guns to eradicate the special divisions unit. Um so yeah, it was obviously an attack through that. Um and then he says that because pretty much everyone is dead, like the remaining people from all the divisions are going to be under one division, the Unit 4 division. And Makima will, of course, lead that division. But I thought she was already. See, what I thought that everyone was one unit, but I didn't know that the units 1, 2, and 3 were like groups of two. I thought like everyone was from the same group. And I thought she was already in charge of everyone, but she was just in charge of Special Division 4. So yeah, so now she's in charge of everybody that's left. And then he also resigns as well because he's like, I'm not trying to get in this anymore. This is too much for me. And he already has scars on his face, so it makes sense for him to just hop on out of there. And that's fine because he's not human. I mean, he's not like a devil. He probably doesn't even have devil contracts. So he's like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. This is too much. So he asked her how much that of this day that did she anticipate, and I was like, oh snap, yeah, she definitely had to know that this was going to come sooner or later. She did. I'm pretty sure she didn't expect to get ambushed on the train, but she definitely foresaw this coming. But she says that she can't share public safety intel with private citizens. So that means he must be from the private sector then, if she's saying private citizens. So they have to be from the private sector. Because they do deal with devils, but they said a couple episodes ago that public safety deals with the more troublesome devils, or the ones that are too hard, because the private sector doesn't want to handle those. So yeah. And then pretty much ends with these two saying that, like, we're not trying to be a part of this group. We were just here for training. We're here to help them, here to help train. And she says something about, that being a shame because the dinner in Tokyo is, to die for or whatever. And yeah, and that's the end of that crazy wild episode. Oh yeah, and then I think this ending was probably my favorite of them all. It was a really pretty song. I mean, of course, it was a sad song, but it was like really pretty. Like I listened the whole time. But yeah, this is my favorite ending of them so far. I'll probably look it up on Spotify. I literally have a whole list of songs that I got. That's songs that I found from anime openings and endings. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do listen to it all the time. Sue me. Yeah. So that was that crazy episode. It was really exciting. I can't wait to see this gun devil be unmasked, and I bet you it probably doesn't even. I mean, it does have a physical form because they were showing the gun bullet, parts of it, and yeah, I just want to see what this thing looks like, and then how it's managing to like hire or acquire people to help take down Denji, and why they would want to work for a gun devil in the first place. I mean, like, did he threaten them with death? Did he threaten their families? But they were also Yakuza, so I don't really see. I mean, they were just in it anyway. I mean, he's probably promising to pay them. I know Himeno said that once the devil goes back on his contract, then it will die. So it probably promised them something or formed a contract with them, so that they could help him get Denji. But why? I mean, the question still remains. Like, this is probably just the season 1 question, but why Denji? Why do we need Denji? Denji hasn't like done anything to the gun devil to I mean, he's obviously done something to get his attention, but like Denji just came out on the scene. I mean, like he's been with them for like how these episodes have what been over like since episode 1. I think this whole process has been like what 2 weeks. 2 weeks of since from this episode 1 to episode 9 has been like a 2 week period. I think like not even a month. So like what? Why is this happening? So I'll keep these questions in mind, and hopefully these questions get answered, and um, also I mean, I don't know. None of the humans are coming back. I don't think Jimena will come back either. For some reason, in the back of my mind, I feel like she will come back, but she's not. She's just a human being with a double contract. So, um, yeah. Also, the way she went out, I don't think is arguably better than the way everyone else went out. Because she just waited till all her. I mean, she had all her limbs be lost, and then her head, or the rest of her go. So that was mm. uh but yeah, that was the end of that episode. But it was really great. So let me know how you felt about the episode in the comments below. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again right back here at 5. I'm going to have them at 5, Friday at 5 p.m. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. I appreciate it. And also let me know your thoughts on it, whether you were here live or not. I really want to know how you feel about this season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure y'all take care, everyone. Oh, also, special news. I started my gaming channel, Mel the Gamer, and I already have one video dropping. I mean, I already have one video that's out now, and I have more that'll be able to pop out soon. I'll still be, of course, having videos on my Mel the Scientist. Those will be my more official videos. My more formal ones where I'm, doing my reactions, and also my video ideas that I will be uh, doing very soon. This December break, I'll probably be able to do a lot of them, and I can't wait to do them. I have so many things that I have lined up to actually do, and it's going to be really exciting to do them all. But yeah, also just wanted to let you know that my gaming channel, my second channel, did drop. I already have a video out. I'll be having more pushed out, so please go ahead and support that, especially if you want to see a more like raw, unedited, uncut version of the videos. And also like me, I'm gonna be super laid back, super chill in them. Just being the gamer that I've always wanted to be. I've wanted to be one for so long, but like school activities, everything just didn't let me, have the time to be able to do it. So I'm finally able to have this point where I can, start my gaming journey, gaming life. So yeah, I'm super excited for this channel, and I got to get a logo for that too. Yeah, so I'm just all around super excited. So yeah, go ahead and support that. It's just Mel the Gamer on the second channel to Mel the Scientist. And once I get more subscribers, more videos, it'll be more up there. But you can find it on my actual like Mel the Scientist channel under channels, and it'll be featured right there. And you can go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, that is pretty much it. In the meantime, take care. I will see you back here at 5 p.m. on Friday to talk about Chainsaw Man episode 10. Without further ado, I will be signing off, and peace out.